So bodybuilding, we think of volume. Like volume is a huge component of muscle growth. Volume is also range of motion too when you think about it, right? So when we talk about biceps, most people, they don't realize it, but they're doing partial range of motion biceps. And that's because, like, stretch your bicep, it's not just this. Right. You want to stretch your bicep, there you go. So if you start a contraction from the stretch position.
That's why incline curl is tough.
Yes, yes, yes. So, and you can do this with the cable, and you're going to find that the tension, you know, because obviously you're not limited to which way gravity points this way. So I love this one. And once you do these enough, you go to like any standard barbell. You're like, I feel like it's like the equivalent of like 2 board pressing compared to this. So, so yeah, you bring it back here. And then you kind of let your humerus kind of slide forward too, because your bicep also brings your shoulder this way.
Right.
But you do this, and then you can almost do it immediately. You start with this, and then if you just try doing this, you're like, this feels like such a partial movement. So I love starting with this right here, and then, you know, I'll go to the point where I can't do any more of these, and then like I'll finish it off with this. Like, you remember that old conjugate thing? Like, it was tricep death on the bench press, where they just kept adding boards.
Yeah, the boards.
It's basically, so I start here, full range of motion, and then get some, I guess, mid-range work. And then finally, like when I'm done, I'll bring it into its fully flexed position and just like hit this thing up like that. And you're able to sneak in more reps because you're cutting down the range of motion.
Right.
And you're...
Anything in particular that you've done to work on like peak that's been effective, or just training and diet?
Yeah, just like, because I don't have the best shaped biceps, but like if you grow them, they look all right, you know? So that's the biggest thing. And then also you have some elbow flexors here that are super strong, and they kind of insert underneath. So hammer curls too, we don't think of them as like peak movements, but since they kind of go in there, it's gonna lift that up, and it'll just give you that thicker look.
Yeah, and a hammer curl is gonna kind of widen out your bicep maybe this way a little bit.
Yes,
too, right?
yeah, and that's a huge part of this is winding up. This is gonna be a lot more noticeable.
Right.
So
let me give that a shot.
With the healthier bicep, please.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both fucked. But so here like this.
Yeah.
I turn this way.
Yep. See how much more you can stretch if you can.
Actually feels really good. That would be good for my elbow, I think.
Right?
Yeah.
So you know, get a few of those, and then you go to the standard bicep curl, and you're like, this feels like such a partial movement now.
What about the wrist? I know some people like to have the wrist kind of back a little bit. Do you care too much, or?
No, I like it back a little bit.
Yeah,
that's where I end up. It's actually very comfy.
I'm gonna get 22s right here, 22-inch arms.
And see, you see how this feels like a partial now?
Yeah,
right?
It does. It feels like half the range of motion.
Yeah, and that's how most people spend the whole time curling.
Dying over here. It felt good.
Not bad, right?
Are you a proponent of like forced reps and negatives and mixing in some things like that here and there?
Yeah, if you place them in the right part of your week, and I'd say it's probably something for an advanced guy. Like, even like people think I'm a row Nazi, and it's like, no, you must do them this way, like missionary only. And it's like, no, you got to know the basic first, and then you can do other stuff. Like the best natural bodybuilder out there, like Doug Miller, like he does this row where it's like he kind of catches it with his lower body, but then he does this eccentric, like, and it's very controlled on the way down. So I think understand the basics first, know how to move, and then you can kind of like break the rules a little bit. Yeah.
Cool. There's some bonus footage for you on building up them biceps. Catch you guys later.